A perfect day. We're welcoming back a guest we had last year. Tom Geary of Geary Gallery Accent Picture Framing is about to join us.
30 years in business. That is
amazing.
No small feat.
I know.
Congratulations.
I can't
How'd
believe
you do it?
I don't know. I don't know. And we really are playing the last man standing. I mean, when we opened up 30 years ago, there were 12 frame shops and galleries in the town of Darien, believe it or not, and they've all kind of gone by the wayside, which is kind of sad, but good for me. Haha.
It's true.
And I heard you mentioning the bouncy castle across the street. I just did want to mention, if you need a fill-in or something, I'm going to be over there for about an hour bouncing around in there. So if somebody doesn't show up, just call me and I'll come back and talk to you some more.
You want to strap a camera on somebody.
And just sketch the
do it.
bouncing
I'm your
up
man.
and down.
I'm your man. I am your man.
Well, Tom, we talked about this last year, but there is something so important about, custom framing and getting, something that's, whether it's a photo or a family heirloom or something that's important to you done right. And that's what you guys offer.
Exactly. We, I don't want to mention any of the competitors, the big box competitors, but there's a couple of them that just moved in recently, and we actually encourage people to go there to see what the difference is, because we end up repairing a lot of the stuff they do. They don't have experienced people working there, and again, I don't want to mention the names of them, but they're the big box stores, and that happens. You just lose that personal touch.
Yes.
We know we're responsible for everything we do, and that's why we've been in business for 30 years and plan on, well, I'm not going to say another 30 years because I know that's not going to happen, but we will be here for a long time, and it's just it's an absolute perfect town for our kind of a business. And we've developed both the frame shop, which is where we started, and then we bought the gallery across the street, and brought that in and combined it with the frame shop, and it's really worked out well for us, and we're very pleased with it.
You talk about a personal touch, and that's really crucial in framing, because if somebody's having it framed, it's that important to them. And sometimes it's a family memento. Sometimes it's something special from someone who's passed on. There's so much personal investment in that.
We do quite a bit of the custom stuff. We do a lot of jerseys. We do, some lady brought in a chandelier that had fallen and it really meant a lot to her, and so we framed a lot of the pieces of the chandelier in a shadow box so she could have it.
Right.
So we have a whole section on our website that shows the different creative things that we've done, that are very unusual.
There's an art to it.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, you really do have to kind of know what you're doing. And you had mentioned, somebody that passed away, something that's very sentimental. I did just want to shout out to the Zangrillo family and express my condolences. Steve Zangrillo was the absolute king of retail in the town of Darien. He was just the master, and I've always been a great fan of his and the business he ran, and now Gina's doing an excellent job over there too. But just a shout out, because he passed away a couple of days ago, which is very sad.
It is, and really, when I was working down here, which I did for a number of years for the Darien Times, really, it didn't happen in downtown Darien unless the Zangrillo name was somehow somewhere in the process that came to whatever was happening.
Absolutely true. It's been true for years and years, and they are really the stronghold and the ones that everybody else kind of bases off of. My business is up at the other end of town, so I'm sort of a renegade. I'm not in the downtown mix, but I like it like that. It's just a little easier for parking and stuff like that. So we're very pleased with our location and where we are.
And being here today, I mean, it seems to me like Darien's thriving. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. We've come a long way. You were somebody, I think it was Rosie mentioned before me, David Genovese, who's a great guy and a developer, and he was kind of one of my right-hand people on Darien Revitalization, which we ran, I'm going to say it was probably 6 years ago now. And the idea behind that was to kind of get some of the parking restrictions relaxed and get more of the small mom and pops. We saw what was happening 6 or 7 years ago. Not to be negative about the banks and the real estate companies, but specifically the banks, they were taking over every single location and just popping up another bank. And we saw the writing on the wall that if we didn't get some businesses in here, the downtown Darien was going to be in big trouble. And we did a great job, and David is still working on it. He's developing and bringing more retailers, and he's doing a wonderful job of it.
And this is testament to it, what you see right here with all these people out walking the streets of Darien, patronizing locally owned shops. Just a great day. Continues all day today. Continues all day tomorrow. Beautiful weather. Sunny mid-70s today. Sunny and in the 80s tomorrow.